everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about the best and worst from The Ordinary. If you are new to my channel then please click the subscribe button before we get into this video. So if you've never heard of The Ordinary then you must be living under a rock because they're pretty massive now. Basically they're sort of under the umbrella of the Deciem brand, which is a group of like skincare brands. I think now they're actually part owned by Estee Lauder, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, basically the ethos behind The Ordinary is to have one product, one skincare product that really works by having maybe like one active ingredient or two active ingredients combined, and none of like the fluffy stuff. For example, this salicylic acid 2% solution. Loads of products, skincare products on the market have products with salicylic acid in it, but the concept behind The Ordinary is they sell basically the pure active ingredient, if that makes sense. Like there's I don't think there's any other ingredients in here. Now this was actually a groundbreaking concept in the skincare industry because prior to The Ordinary, really, all skincare products, okay, you got like drugstore skincare products, but if we're talking about the pricey ones, like, I don't know, skincare from like Dior or, I don't know, La Mer, or, you know, all them sort of bougie skincare products. You know what I'm talking about, all them like serums and skincare products that claim the earth and they're somehow made from collagen boosting unicorn tears and placenta that rewinds time like 30 years on your face, like them sort of things. The Ordinary wanted to take a step away from that and all these like products with just loads bunged into them and it's like some sort of magic potion. And they just wanted to strip it all right back to basics and sell these individual ingredients so that they can then pass on the savings to the customer, sort of thing. So there's none of the fluffiness. And because of this, the price range for The Ordinary is very affordable. Like it's even a lot cheaper than some drugstore brands, which I think is amazing. Most of their products, I think they average around £5 in the UK. Obviously some are more expensive, like leaning up towards maybe £15, and some are actually cheaper, more nearer like £3-4. But I'd say most of them are about £5 to £6. You can buy The Ordinary in quite a lot of places now. I think I mostly get mine on Beauty Bay, but I think they sell them even in Boots now, like in store. Obviously you can get it on The Ordinary website, and there's loads of online retailers that sell it now. So getting into the main part of the video, I'm going to be talking about my best and worst from The Ordinary, and products I'm just not that fussed about. Overall, I'd say there's a lot of products I really love from The Ordinary, like they're so amazing. And like for the price, the fact that they actually work, that's what I really respect about the brand, is it's none of selling you false claims, like a lot of it does work. So yeah, if I start going into products I like, just to mention I've got a mixture of like makeup items and skincare items because they do makeup items now. So maybe if I get the makeup items out the way first. The first one, if you watch my channel, you've seen me use this all the time. It's the Ordinary High Adherent Silicone Primer. And this is basically what it says on the tin. It's a primer, so you put it on before your foundation. And this just makes your makeup last so like such a long time. If I squirt a bit of this out to show you what it's like. It's kind of like, it looks like a moisturiser, it is like a cream, and it just rubs in and it doesn't feel too silicone-y, like it's not like a pore filling primer sort of thing. It feels quite moisturising and makeup glides on top really well, and the main feature why I love it is it just keeps your makeup on all day. And then also I've got another primer from them, the High Spreadability Fluid Primer, if I can say that right, and I've actually got this, a new one, well a backup one I mean, I've used it before, so that's why it's still in the box. It does pretty much the same thing as this, but if I open it up and show you, it actually comes in like their dropper packaging, and this is the High Spreadability, I can't say that, I've got Invisalign in, fluid primer. So you can see in it, it's like a liquidy and it's very runny, and you just drop a few drops on your face. Now I would say, I actually prefer this one to this one, but I use this one more often purely because the fact I hate the packaging on this one. The packaging doesn't work. Oh, I forgot to mention about The Ordinary. Most of their skincare products come in this really simple packaging, which is another reason why it's sort of like low cost, because there's no fancy packaging behind the brand to bump up prices. But it doesn't work for this primer because once you open this, I don't know, something happens and the product starts to get too viscous when it like kind of oxidizes, and then you end up pretty much wasting half the product because you can't get it out. It just kind of like gels up, So like this product needs to be in some sort of tube, which loads of people have said on The Ordinary and they're not doing anything about it. So yeah, maybe email a complaint to them if you have the same issue and see if they'll listen, the more people that moan about it. But yeah, these both work pretty much the same, although they're different types of products. They do the same thing and they're both amazing at keeping your makeup on all day. Next product is also another makeup product, and this is the Ordinary Colours Serum Foundation, which looks like this. You get your standard, I think, 30 millilitres in here, or is it 32? No, 30 millilitres. And this is like a very kind of skincare infused makeup, in the sense that it's like a serum, so it does have some skincare benefits, I think. It's very runny, it's almost like watery when you squirt it out. I'm not going to squirt it out because this is a new one and I haven't opened it yet. But they also do a coverage version, which is more full coverage, but this one I'd say is light and you can build it up to medium coverage. And they've got a massive shade range, so there should be a shade to suit you if you're interested in purchasing. It's a really nice foundation. Now, the next product I have to talk about is a skincare product, so we're moving into skincare now. This is probably my favourite product from The Ordinary skincare, and this is the, I don't know how you say this, like azelaic acid suspension, 10%. Yeah, I'm not sure how you say azelaic. I think it's azelaic. It's a bit hard to describe what this does. It says it's a multifunctional brightening formula, and you're meant to apply it to the face AM or PM to improve visible brightness and the appearance of skin texture. Basically what I use this for is, you know when you kind of have like bumps on your skin, this really helps like smooth out the irregularities, and if you've got blemish marks from where you've had spots and like the redness isn't going away, you use this and it really sort of gets rid of it within a few days. It really tones down the redness and helps with scarring and things like that. I feel like this actually helps prevent breakouts. It doesn't claim to, but I really like it for that. And one of the main things is the brightening effect. Now obviously on me, I'm very pale, so I don't know if you're tan or anything, whether it would actually brighten your face more. To be honest, my face can't be brightened any more than it is because I'm like Snow White. But I have freckles, and for me this really helps fade my freckles. They never completely disappear. I think laser's the only thing that's going to make freckles completely disappear, but they tone them down a lot. Like I like using this after summer when I've just got really prominent freckles. I don't personally like them on me. I know a lot of people do like freckles, but I personally like to like tone them down as much as I can. So I don't use this in the morning, I use this of a night time. And also if you're using this product, it can make you sensitive to sunlight, or it does make you sensitive, as in you can burn more. So you have to be using SPF every day. I mean, you should anyway, but definitely in the morning you need to be wearing SPF if you're using this product. So the next product I have is one of their quite hyped products. It's the Ordinary Salicylic Acid 2% solution, which I did touch on in the beginning of the video. Basically this is for blemish prone skin. You're meant to use this as a spot treatment, so it says apply a small dot directly onto spots for visible improvement. Or actually it says you can apply a small amount over the face to maintain clarity with continued use. Yeah, so I don't have full-on acne. I get a few spots, so I guess if you want to call that mild acne. So I just use this as a spot treatment if I get blemishes, which I do. I don't use this all over the face. I think if you have oily, acne-prone skin, then yeah, you probably can use this all over the face. Although I'd recommend, that's a good thing about The Ordinary, they're all in like these, well, most of them are in these dropper packagings, and they're kind of almost like serum. Use it as a serum, mix it into your moisturiser, so you're not having like the full concentration of salicylic acid on your face. Like mix it into your moisturiser and like a couple drops in the moisturiser, and then put it on with any of their products, unless it directs you otherwise on their website or on the box. So yeah, as I said, their salicylic acid is really good for like getting rid of spots and helping fade the blemishes. Another one, this is a more recent one from them, is the Salicylic Acid 2% mask, which looks like this. This is just, I'm not going to squirt any out, but it's like your basic dark green sort of face mask. This is quite potent stuff though. Ideally use in the afternoon. Clean face and wait for skin to dry. Do not use on wet skin. Apply a thin layer evenly across the face and neck using fingertips. Leave on for no more than 10 minutes and rinse with lukewarm water. So it's basically your ordinary mask, but it's got that active ingredient of salicylic acid in it. I do think this is really good for helping with blemish prone skin. If I'm having like major breakouts, I will use this. But a word of warning, this is, like I said, this is quite strong. So I think if you have really sensitive skin, which to be honest I kind of do, don't use this very often. I think this is more geared towards, like I said, oily, acne prone skin. But yes, it's a really nice affordable mask. And you get quite a lot in there, 50 millilitres. So those products I've just talked about are the products that I really think are the best products from The Ordinary, what I've tried, and I have tried a lot. Now we're moving into the more, do I really like this, do I really not? It's a bit meh product. One of these products is The Ordinary Niacinamide 10% and Zinc 1%, which is another dropper sort of serum type product. And you're meant to apply this to the face morning and evening before heavier creams. So you basically do use this as a serum, basically. And it's meant for, it's a high strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. Now for me, I was using this for a while. Like I said, I think I tried it both ways, putting it on or also dropping it in your moisturiser and putting it on. It just didn't do much for me. I didn't really notice any difference. But then again, I think that's because this is for like if you have proper like blemish prone acne skin, whereas I don't. I just have a few spots. So I think if you did have quite more moderate to severe acne, you might see results from this, but I personally didn't. But basically, because I decided I didn't like this one, I actually gave it to a family member and they've been using it, and it's really, they have like more sort of moderate to severe acne and they've found it really helps. So yeah, it's one of them. It didn't work for me, but it obviously works for a lot of other people, as I've seen online. So then the next one I'm a bit on the fence about. It's The Ordinary AHA 30% BHA 2% peeling solution. I've still got this one in the box because I've only used it a couple of times, to be honest. This is that one that you see on Instagram with them like dropping it on their face, because it's like, it's literally like blood red and it's almost like a liquidy gel type consistency. Basically this is a 10-minute exfoliating facial, so you put it on and then it's not really a mask, but because it's like a gel, like a serum, but you use it as a mask, you wash it off, and this is like very strong. It's got AHAs and BHAs in it, so again it increases the risk of sunburn, so you have to be careful with using sunscreen and stuff if you use this. I think it's just meant to really like resurface the skin and like look like you've had a facial, probably possibly help with acne, help with wrinkles. Just because it says peeling solution, I was thinking my skin's gonna peel off, because you do see some crazy chemical peels out there that your skin literally like sheds off and then you have new skin. It doesn't do that at all. So I was kind of a little bit disappointed about that. I kind of wanted my face to peel off and then have this brand new skin underneath, but that didn't actually happen. So yeah, I'm just a bit on the fence with this one. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I'm not saying I do like it. Another one I'm a bit like, to be honest, I'm leaning more to I don't like this, but I know a lot of people do like this. So yeah, I would say this is probably, in my opinion, one of the worst from The Ordinary. It's The Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors and HA, which is hyaluronic acid. So this is a surface hydration formula. Basically, you use this as a moisturizer. And like I said, everything's really like cheap. Apply after serums as needed for effective surface hydration. To me, it just wasn't enough. I have dry skin and sensitive skin as well, and it just wasn't hydrating enough. I put it on and I didn't feel like my skin was hydrated. It didn't make it drier, but it didn't do me any benefit, to be honest. And also I don't like the texture. It's quite, you can't see on camera, but when you like rub this in on your face, it feels almost grainy. I don't know what that is, whether there's something wrong with the formula, but it doesn't feel like a nice, you know, rich, smooth cream. I just didn't really enjoy it, and once I've used it up, I've almost finished it. I haven't used it for a while actually, because I don't really like it. But I have heard a lot of people like this, so I think if you can get over the texture of it, if mine was a dud, I don't know, but if you can get over the texture, I have heard other people say it's quite grainy. I'm not sure whether, I think it might react with other skincare products and then it can like pill up. But even when I've used it on its own, to me the texture still feels grainy. So, but I think if you can get over that, if you've got more oily skin and you don't need super hydration, you might like this, I don't know. And the final one is, I'm going to say worst of The Ordinary. This is the Ordinary Hair Care Multi-Peptide Serum for Hair Density, and it's a concentrated serum for hair that looks thicker, denser, fuller and healthier. And you're meant to apply a few drops of this once daily, ideally at bedtime, and massage it into the scalp. So it's basically meant to make your hair grow. You can see how much I've used, can you? I've used up to about here. Basically, I stopped using this because I think I had a reaction to it. It was really weird. Like, I suffer from eczema, and by extension of that I do get like patches of psoriasis in my head, which, well, it's psoriasis, it's not eczema, but basically fancy word for dandruff, but not like the common dandruff, it's like patches. But I haven't had a flare up of that in like years, and it's really strange that the moment I used this I got a flare up of it, and like it wasn't going away. Like, I use kind of Head and Shoulders all the time to try and like prevent dandruff and things like that, but it wasn't going away. And in the end I had to go to the doctors and get like a steroid lotion for my head. So I can't necessarily 100% say it was this, but I'm just too scared to use it now because I feel like I had a reaction to it. So I didn't really get to see whether, sorry, my camera just overheated and cut, so I hope it hasn't like cut out that footage there. But I was just talking about the Ordinary hair serum. Yeah, so I had a reaction. I don't know whether it was this, but I'm too scared to use it now. And I'm not convinced it helped with my thickness of my hair or anything for the few weeks that I did use it. So, yeah, it's a thumbs down from my experience. Yeah, so that completes my video. Obviously there's loads of other Ordinary products, but I feel like I do have like a sizable collection of the Ordinary. And overall, as a brand, I just do really love them. I think they're amazing. So, yeah, check them out if you're looking for some new skincare things to address your specific skincare concerns. And they've got actually really helpful on their website. It tells you how to use their products, and they've kind of got like a Q&A type thing on how to use them, because it can be a bit complicated if it's like all these scary sounding like acids, but they're really not that scary when you read what they actually do. They're just like fancy chemical names. So yeah, I definitely recommend you check them out. So that ends this video. Thanks very much for watching. If you did like it, then please thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video.